everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host, Nathan P. Butler, author of A Saga on Home Video, and this time we turn our attention back to The Last Jedi again. But as I mentioned in our last episode, this time we're going to turn our attention to Japan. Now when it comes to Japanese releases of the newer films, I don't generally try to get them all, but I'm really big on these premium limited box editions that are exclusive to MovieNEX, which is kind of like Disney Movie Club, only for Japan, that are only available on the other side of the world. Thankfully, though, because of region-free Blu-rays, or all-region Blu-rays, we can watch the contents over here in the US and get ourselves some of the coolest, fanciest packaging you'll see for a Star Wars home video release. Now, let me say that the jury, I think, may be still out when it comes to which are cooler. The MovieNEX Premium Limited Box Editions from Japan, or those one-click big boxes from Blue fans over in China. But when it comes to having physical goodies outside of the films themselves, or things like little art cards, the premium limited box editions from Japan are pretty sweet. We've looked at two of these before. The first we looked at was the one for The Force Awakens, and this is the one that had a Kylo Ren figure in it, little art cards and whatnot, the Steelbook version of the film and all that kind of stuff, but a little Kylo Ren figure, which was really just identical to the US regular Hasbro figure at the time. Now, they upped their game a little bit when it came to Rogue One, though, you may recall. Aside from all the other goodies that were in here, the action figure was actually a Death Trooper from SH Figuarts. Much more posable, much nicer looking, a higher quality figure than the regular Hasbro figure. So this one kind of took it to the next level. What we'll find here is that there are some changes made for The Last Jedi's Premium Limited Box Edition that may make it the nicest of them so far, even though the figure included isn't a full-sized humanoid figure. It's going to be a BB-8 this time. But size is kind of the theme going on here when we compare the newest version for The Last Jedi to the older versions for The Force Awakens and Rogue One. Again, this is the typical size for the ones we got prior to this year. But then we've got the one for The Last Jedi. Okay, this one's still in its plastic. I know every time it tries to focus in, the light's like, I don't know what to do! But here's the one for The Last Jedi. From a size comparison, this one is quite a bit taller and a little bit wider than what we got before. There is a reason for that, because it does something different with what we get inside. So let's take a look. When we look at just the plastic wrap that it comes in, it's got a little sticker here that shows the interior contents. It's all in Japanese with the exception of the word box and the words 4K UHD MovieNEX, so we won't really spend much time with that. And you've got your vital stats and whatnot on a sticker on the back side of the plastic wrap. Now I'll peel those off the plastic wrap probably and stick them on the inside somewhere, probably on the inside cover, so I can take the plastic wrap off so that it doesn't quite reflect as weirdly when it's sitting on a shelf and we can see the box itself in all its glory. Speaking of which, once we have taken off that plastic, here it is. Just stark white with Star Wars The Last Jedi there in red. Clean back, top, bottom, sides. But notice here there's that weird red sort of ribbon-looking thing going around here. It's not a ribbon. Notice there it's an indentation. Okay, the white is like a half box top going on to the top of it, and there's a red interior box that is sitting in sort of that half box for the bottom as well. So it's not like a flat surface here. It's like one level, dips, one level. Interesting. Let's open it up. Notice, nice red interior. It's still just cardboard, but white with the red on the inside. Looks nice. Kind of reminds me of red velvet cake. The bottom, by the way, does not come off like that. It is attached. But then when you look, once you take that top off, here's what we have on the first layer of the inside. First thing you'll notice right off the bat that's different from what we got with the ones for Rogue One and The Force Awakens is that you have two different product packages here. The ones for The Force Awakens and Rogue One just had a Steelbook on the inside, and it was the WWA Worldwide Art Steelbook you could find in other regions, which then had your copy, or copies in those cases, of the films in them. Here we've got a Steelbook and what looks like a regular packaged version, which we'll deal with as we go, plus a couple little items up at the top. And once again, just like with those other ones, there's other stuff underneath all of this. I said first layer, after all. So what's the little thing on the top left? It is a little teeny tiny SH Figuarts BB-8. Star Wars SH Figuarts. SH Figuarts is a new standard figure series and incorporates the Bandai action figure art under the theme Pursuing Character Expression Through Humanoid Action. BB-8 Special Version. Japanese text, Bandai 2018, made in China. Then you got your, let's see, Tamashi and Bandai logos in the corner. Picture BB-8. Other side, Star Wars BB-8 Special Ver for Special Version. Copyright Lucasfilm Limited, or copyright and trademark Lucasfilm Limited. Disney. Other side, Star Wars BB-8 Special Version, SH Figuarts, same thing that it said on the front, starwars.jp.com, and then some Japanese text there. The back side, all kinds of Japanese text there with the exception of Warning, Choking Hazard / Small Parts, not for children under 3 years, ages 15 and up. Product may differ from photo. Okay, wait, so not for children under 3 years, but it's for ages 15 and up. So if you're aged like 4 to 14, you're just screwed. You're in some kind of weird limbo with this product. Can you touch it? Can you not? Let your parents decide. Inside, get a little paper that says, what is SH Figuarts? And has a little fold-out little product listing there. Info on the other side here about SH Figuarts. It's all pretty much in Japanese, so can't read it or anything, but it does have some pretty cool figures they have here. They got Return of the Jedi Luke, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan from A New Hope, Anakin from Episode 3, Rey and Kylo from Episode 8, Phasma. You got a basically a Last Jedi First Order Trooper with the orange pauldron. You got the Executioner Trooper, and you have 3 different versions of some of those Praetorian Guards, all available apparently through SH Figuarts. So this is their way of saying, buy more of our stuff! Then you have the actual BB-8 inside, and I'm not going to put them together because I want to put them back in the packaging, but you notice there you got the ball, plus a little prong that the head goes onto, and there's your BB-8 head there. You have a little base that you can sit them on, and then little antennae and so forth, and appendages to go on to BB-8 as well. But this and the little piece here are inside your BB-8 box. But wait, there was something on the other side at the top too. What was that? That was this. Kind of like a paperweight, I guess is what you'd call it here. I'll give you all the different sides of it before we actually look at it. Okay, so these sides, the 2 ends, have a person with their hand there holding the little paperweight looking thing, and it's all Japanese text. This side is all Japanese text, I guess, about it, and then you got this side with Japanese text over here, Star Wars logo, Japanese text, Takara Tomy, same company that had the Kylo Ren labeled one back in The Force Awakens. Logo collection, The Last Jedi, with Star Wars there, and then Japanese text at the bottom. Okay, similar here as far as what's showing there, just without the Takara Tomy logo. And then the back's going to have your legal information, copyright Disney, and so forth. But it basically is more or less a paperweight, for lack of a better term here. It's just this little thing. It's a heavy paperweight of the Star Wars logo in black with red with the copyright on the back. That's it. Kind of weird. I mean, don't want to knock it. It's a nice, cool little item here, but kind of weird. I don't know many collectors who are like, you know what I really need? I need a logo that's really heavy and stuff. Maybe it was made for Marty McFly, right? Marty, what do you have there? It's a Star Wars item, Doc, and it's heavy. Then we have the actual film. Okay, so we have our cover there, our slip cover that looks a lot like the Target cover in the US. Okay, so characters there with the logo, Red Rey with Luke and Kylo up at the top. You have at the very, very top, MovieNEX. And then Ultra HD Blu-ray, Star Wars The Last Jedi, Luke image, Lucasfilm, and at the very bottom, your product number. The other side is similar. MovieNEX! Ultra HD Blu-ray, Star Wars The Last Jedi, picture of Rey this time, Lucasfilm logo, and product number. The back, Japanese text all up here about the film. There's your characters in a row like we've seen on some of the other packages, but they're up here in the corner. Praetorian Guard battle a little bit bigger behind all of this. Information about the individual 4K MovieNEX discs and whatnot that are inside. What you need for 4K. Down underneath just a few logos like Lucasfilm and Blu-ray and so forth. And then copyright information down at the bottom. Now if I take this cover off, you would expect probably something that looks a lot like the regular US releases, but oftentimes MovieNEX has their own packaging variant in Japan for what's sort of the regular non-premium limited box MovieNEX release, and that's what we get here instead. So we get the cover art there with Luke up at the top, like we saw for the junior novelization out of the UK and whatnot. 4K Ultra HD at the top on the actual case. 4K UHD MovieNEX here in the little silver bar. Nothing else there. Fuck me! Aw, man! And the damn thing just fell off the desk, and I just tore part of it. Fantastic. A back that is similar to the regular 4K version, except some of the vital stats that are down there on the bottom. And when you open it, you will find MovieNEX information for a digital copy. You will find a MovieNEX little product booklet, advertising booklet, that on the front has the next Star Wars film coming, which is Solo: A Star Wars Story. And then at least in the front section, there is your 4K copy of the film. Similar to the US and UK ones there. Star Wars The Last Jedi, Lucasfilm logo off here to the side, 4K Ultra HD, and then underneath there, 4K Ultra HD, product numbers, color, region A, Dolby Digital. Now, region A does include the US, so yes, you can use this in the US, but this is not all region. It is just region A. Dolby Atmos, Ultra HD Blu-ray, some text there in Japanese, copyright text and whatnot in Japanese and English going around the edges. Then that front part can close and a back part pops open. And what you'll find in here are both 3D and Blu-ray copies of the film, looking a lot like their UK counterparts there. So Star Wars The Last Jedi, Blu-ray 3D, Lucasfilm logo, region A, product number, etc., copyright and all that. Over here, Blu-ray, Lucasfilm logo, title, region A, and so forth. So not all region, but work in the US for these. But you notice what's missing. Where the heck is the Blu-ray bonus disc with all the special features? Well, that's where the Steelbook comes in. Our WWA Steelbook, notice here, is slightly different than the UK one in that there's not a logo for the film down here. And when you look at the spine, it is still in English over here. So Lucasfilm, Star Wars The Last Jedi, Blu-ray symbol down here at the bottom. Still have Rey with the droids. Still have Kylo Ren on the back, just like the UK one from Zavi. We open this, though. The inside art of the Battle of Crait is still the same, but instead of having 3 spots for 3 different discs, there's just 1 spot for 1 disc, and the only thing in here is the bonus disc. Star Wars The Last Jedi, Blu-ray, Japanese text, Japanese and English copyright text, region A, product number, color, Japanese text, Lucasfilm, Rian Johnson talking to C-3PO. Right, so a Japanese version of the bonus disc. Now, if I take my packaging, in case you're wondering, this is what I managed to rip right here a second ago when the damn thing fell off the desk. If you take the big red top chunk off of here, underneath is another big red layer. Woohoo! But if you take that one out, then you get another item on the inside, or set of items, as the case may be here. As we've seen before, essentially what this is a set of little cards, little art cards, with a little crinkle, a little frame. So we have our frame that we can pop out and stand up if we want to, but inside are all of our art cards. Okay, nothing on the back of any of them. We have Rey with the logo, Finn with the logo, BB-8 with the logo, Poe with the logo, Kylo with the logo, Luke with the logo, Leia with a logo, and we're back to Rey. So character images different than character images we've seen with any of the US or UK releases. All with a nice little frame and MovieNEX down on the bottom corner. And yes, the piece that was holding that is actually another removable cardboard piece, but then you're just down to the box. So, if you're looking for a cool release of The Last Jedi that will play in the United States, that has 4K and Blu-ray and 3D, which is not available in the US, all in the same package with some extra goodies, you can't go wrong with what is so far the most elaborate and coolest release that I've seen for The Last Jedi, the Premium Limited Box Edition from MovieNEX from Japan. Just be more careful with it than I apparently was. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.